Grüß Scott, everyone. Welcome to Vienna.
Hello, it's Isaac S.G. Roberts, and I'm giving you an intro to Vienna over the summer. Now, everything I tell you, I've either picked up from my personal experience or is in the handbook. So make sure you read the handbook. It's important, I promise. Now, I am sure everybody else is telling you, you need to read the handbook before you go. Read the handbook before you go. But no, seriously, read the handbook before you go. Alright, so this building with the green doors, this is the American Institute. This is where you'll have classes every day. Come on, follow me. So this is Vienna's American Institute. There are many colleges who hold classes here over the summer, and Marie's one of them. And if there is an empty room, then you are more than welcome to stay.
There are many places you can visit in Vienna after class, like the Stadt Opera, which is right beside the Institute. Or you can climb the south tower of the Stephansdom. There's also Belvedere, the museum mentioned in the Lemon of Gold. But if you're feeling social, you can always visit Museums Quartier. This is one of my favorite places in all of Vienna. There's chairs to lounge around in where you can read or study. You can just hang out. It's pretty filled at night though. You see? And for fun, there is always a Prater, Vienna's very own amusement park. By no means is this it though. I didn't even get to mention some things like Schönbrunn or the view on top of Haus des Meeres, but first, you need to learn how to navigate. Vienna has a fantastic public transportation system. To get from one place to another, you could take the Straßenbahn, the S-Bahn, there's a bus system, and my personal favorite and easiest to navigate, the U-Bahn. My advice to you is that you figure out the U-Bahn station and visit some of its stops early. It'll help you get a feel for the city and helps you realize what stops put you off where. First things first, you must know what stop your host parents live closest to. As soon as you realize who your host parents are, ask them. Also, Karlsplatz is the closest U-Bahn stop to the American Institute. Stephansplatz is the center of city. And Landstrasse is the stop the city airport train will put you off at. More on that later. A couple more of my favorite stops include Praterstern, where the Prater is, and Schwedenplatz, where a bunch of my favorite eating places are. Places like Costello's, which has really good ice cream. It's a classic. It's a must-go before you leave. And I also enjoy Pickwick's, which is an old English shop. It's great for studying. I like to study there while eating the fries. The fries are pretty good. And the burgers aren't bad either. Speaking of foods, you're bound to try classics like the Wiener Schnitzel and the Apfelstrudel. However, I'd advise branching out just a little bit and also getting a Käsekrone from a Würstelstand and a Mozart's Torte, two of my favorites. You're faced with your very first challenge in Vienna right after you get out the airport. How do you reach your host family in Vienna? The most convenient way to get to the city center is by taking the city airport train, or as everybody else calls it, the cat. And the cat will drop you off at Landstrasse, at the mall in Wien Mitte. I arrived in Vienna almost a week before the program started, and I didn't know really what to do. As a result, I spent a solid chunk of that first week or so here at the mall. It felt familiar to me. I mean, a place where anything I could have forgotten or would want is here, like clothes or supplies. There's even a McDonald's on the second floor. Now, I'm not suggesting to eat McDonald's while you're in Vienna, but it's an option. And if you've forgotten to buy an adapter for your electronics here, there's a Media Markt on the third floor. I also bought SD cards for my cameras and stuff. Now to discuss a topic that affects everyone who goes on this trip. And the topic is homesickness. Being homesick is nothing to be ashamed of. It's a natural response to culture shock. The best of us experience it. It helps to remember that you're not in this alone. And no good comes from keeping your troubled feelings to yourself. The program directors and your instructors want you to succeed, but your troubled feelings may hinder your ability. Remember, for the next 2 months, you and the people around you on this program are a family. If your feelings become too troubled, tell someone. I guarantee you that they'll help you get through it. Keeping busy by doing activities around the city helps, and so do making friends. Make tons of friends, because like I said, for the next 2 months, you're a family. The trip is great and you'll have a wonderful time in Vienna. There will be many opportunities to travel around Europe and increase your cultural experience. There will be different planned excursions throughout the summer to get you out of Vienna. However, if you wanted to, you could travel around Europe on your own. I wouldn't recommend it. If you want to travel with someone or a group. And you must give the program director your itinerary before you can leave. And in fact, how much you plan to travel directly impacts how much money you need to bring. If you plan to go nowhere and are extremely thrifty, you can survive with just $1,000. But my recommended amount is closer to $2,000. Unless you're a big spender, in which you would need more. Well, this nears the end of my video. I want you to remember something. First off, you're first here to learn, so don't go crazy. And second off, it's also summer. Have fun. Don't stress out. After all, you're in Vienna, an amazing city with plenty of opportunities. So, again, I tell you, welcome to Vienna.